Hello, how are you? Today I brought a wonderful recipe for you to replace your everyday bread. This recipe of mine has no wheat flour, no gluten, and is very rich in fiber and protein. It's cheap and very easy to make. You're going to love it because the flavor is amazing. It's super soft. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. If you love easy, quick, and cheap recipes, you're going to love this channel. So go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I have new videos every day. You're definitely going to love it. I'm going to start our recipe here because it's really easy. You just mix everything together and put it in the oven. It's super easy. You don't even need to know how to cook. Remember that the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information, as always, will be down below in the description. First, in a little bowl here, I'm going to start by beating the eggs. And let me remind you that I also have some really cool videos here on the channel talking more about these ingredients I use. In other words, talking more about the issue of cholesterol in eggs, talking about what happens if you eat eggs every day. And I'll leave these videos, these lists down here in the description for you. Let's mix it well here. I'm already going to season the eggs here, which is how I like to do it. That way, we make sure the seasoning is in every part. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. This part of the seasoning is up to your taste. You can use whatever you like. I'm going to add a little bit of oregano here because I like the flavor, but if you don't have it, if you don't want it, if you just want it with salt, that works too. If you want to add paprika or anything else you like from your home to your taste, you can add it. Now I'm going to add my main ingredient, which is chickpea flour. This flour, even though it's a well-known flour, it's still not used much in daily life in many countries. People don't use it much, but it's a very interesting flour to add because it's very nutritious. It's high in protein, very rich in fiber, has a much lower glycemic index than wheat flour, and of course, it's naturally gluten-free. You can usually find in large supermarkets. If you can't find it, you can even buy it online. So let's add it here. I'm going to put it all in, and then I'll mix in the egg. When you make this delicious recipe, let me know in the comments how yours turned out. And tell me too what you're going to eat this with, because I'll also give you some really cool options at the end. So first, we mix it like this and it will turn into a drier dough. First, I want to incorporate the whole egg into the chickpea flour. Let me grab a spatula here to help loosen it more easily. I want to remind you that here on the channel, there's a video explaining more about the benefits of chickpeas, whether chickpeas make you gain or lose weight. I'll leave it down below in the description, and also a playlist of chickpea recipes. I have several here on the channel because I love them, so you can check the description down below. Another ingredient I'm going to add now, sprinkling it in little by little, is the baking powder. You can see that I'm using regular cake baking powder. So even though it's kind of like a little bread, we don't need to use that baker's yeast that has to rest for many hours. That takes a long time to be ready. So what I like most about this little bread is also how practical it is, which is exactly what we need in our daily lives. So let's mix all the baking powder in well here to make it even fluffier. Now you can see that the dough is a little drier, so I'm going to add a bit of water here just to get it to the consistency I want. Leave adding the water for the end, just like I'm doing, because what if your egg is a little bigger or a little smaller, you might need more or less water. Down below, I'll leave the amount I'm using in the description, but I'll show you at the end what the dough should look like. And depending on the eggs you have there in your city, the ones you're used to buying, you'll already know the consistency you need to reach by adding more or less water, okay? So I stopped and organized everything here so we can get back to filling the molds. Before filling them, I'll show you how the dough turned out, so take a look. Here's the consistency. See, it should look like this so you can replicate it at home. And here I grabbed a regular little pie mold, just a normal one. If you have those super cute muffin or cupcake molds, you can use those too. I greased it with a little coconut oil. You can use whatever you like, olive oil, or whatever type of fat you're used to. If it's nonstick and you trust it, you don't even need to grease it. I'm going to start filling it now. And while I fill it, let me remind you that I have here on the channel an amazing playlist with several recipes for those of you who don't want to eat bread anymore. To inspire you, super easy, super healthy, and I'll also leave it down here in the description for you. I'm going to fill the molds and then I'll come back to show you how many it made and talk about the baking time, okay? Hang on a second. Well, I got 9 out of this batch, with the size I made just now. I'm going to bake them in the oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. When I come back, I'll show you how they turned out. I'll open one so you can see, and I'll tell you what to serve them with. So hang tight, because I'll be right back. Look, in my oven, it took 10 minutes. It could be 10 to 15 minutes in yours because it depends on whether you want them more golden or less golden. I did the toothpick test. I'll even show you here. There's a little hole. Once it comes out clean, you know it's well baked. I'm going to take them out here so you can see the inside. I'll open one up. And I want to remind you that you can eat it plain, but it's always tastier when you pair it with something. I have lots of great ideas here on the channel, and I've put them together in a playlist for you. I have many cheese recipes, plain and the seasoned versions, that you can make at home. There's chicken spread, avocado mayonnaise, flaxseed mayonnaise, and even homemade cream cheese that I made here. I'll even spread it here so you can see. Just a reminder, this recipe is a must-try. All these recipes are in that playlist, cheese and spreads, and I'll leave the link below for you too. Let's see what it looks like inside. Come here. The great thing about this recipe is that it comes out of the mold really easily, and it bakes really fast. So I'd even say it works well for breakfast because you can make everything in 5 minutes, right? Just mix it together and then bake it for 15 minutes at most. This one took me 10 because I wanted it lighter in color. Especially because if you want, you can reheat it later, right? That way you have a safety margin so it doesn't get burned, right? I took the opportunity to tidy things up here, make it look nice, and grab my cream cheese so you can see it. I'm going to open one up now so you can see the inside. Come here. So, look, check out the texture of this little bread. Look how delicious it is. Make this at home because when it's warm with this cream cheese is truly irresistible. Even the kids are going to love it. Let's offer different things and see if we can improve everyone's diet. I'm dying to try it, but first tell me what you're going to put on it. Oh, Patricia, I'm allergic. I won't use the cream cheese. Remember, there's avocado mayo, flaxseed mayo. There are other options here to help you out too, if that's your situation. Give the video a like, that really helps me, and share it with someone who needs it. Let's do this together, you and me. Let's grow this chain of kindness and help more people because that's what I want here with the channel. See you next time. Bye. And I won't be able to resist.